Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today we're going to be untangling a topic that I think everyone struggles with at some point, maybe all the time, and that is mobile device connections and accessories.
Yeah, it can definitely feel like you need an instruction manual just to buy a phone these days.
Right. Like, what even IS, all this stuff? Luckily, we've got an expert on hand, though, to be our guide through this tech jungle.
I'll do my best. I think once you get a handle on the basic ways your devices connect, then choosing the right accessories becomes way less overwhelming. It's all connected.
Okay, so let's break it down. What are the absolute essentials that people need to understand about how their phones, tablets, all that actually talk to each other and the rest of the world?
Well, when we talk about connections, we're basically talking about data and power, how those things flow between your devices. And in today's world, there are two big players, USB-C and Apple's Lightning connector.
Right, those seem to be on everything. Though I've always wondered what makes those two so dominant. Is it just that they're the newest thing out there?
Part of it, sure, Lightning. With that reversible design Apple uses, it was a game changer when it first came out, especially because it's so compact. But USB-C, that's quickly becoming the gold standard for a few reasons.
Yeah, I feel like everything I own that isn't my phone is USB-C these days. My laptop, tablet, even my headphones. So what's so great about it?
It's incredibly versatile. It's like the Swiss Army knife of connections. First off, the speed is incredible. We're talking up to 40 gigabits per second. You could transfer a movie in just a few seconds.
Whoa, seriously? That's insane. I can barely get a text message to send that fast.
It really puts things into perspective, doesn't it? But it's not just about speed either. USB-C can also deliver a lot of power so you can fast charge devices, even power-hungry ones.
Hmm.
And get this, it can even handle video output, so it can turn your phone or tablet into like a workstation.
Okay, now I see why everyone is making the switch. So what about all those other ports you still sometimes see on older devices? Like micro USB, mini USB. What happened to those?
Ah, yeah, the oldies but goodies. Those are the MVPs back in the day, but they've mostly been replaced by the speed and versatility of USB-C, though you might still find them on older devices, of course.
It's like that box of cables everyone has, right? Full of nostalgia, but not much use anymore.
The perfect analogy. But while we're talking about connections, we can't forget about wireless technology.
No, right. Wireless is a game changer. No more digging around for the right cable.
Exactly. And speaking of freedom and modality, that's where wireless accessories really shine. But before we dive into the world of wireless gadgets, let's talk about the technology that makes it possible, starting with Bluetooth and NFC.
Okay, Bluetooth, I know. Headphones, speakers, my car. NFC still feels like magic to me, though. You just tap your phone and suddenly you're paying for groceries or sharing a photo.
It does feel kind of futuristic.
Right.
NFC is all about short-range communication between devices. But Bluetooth, that's become almost synonymous with wireless audio.
Totally. I can't imagine life without my Bluetooth headphones anymore. Though I've noticed it's not just tea about audio anymore these days.
You're right, Bluetooth has evolved a lot.
Yeah.
We've gone from those early days where the connection was spotty at best and the range was super limited to incredibly stable, high-fidelity audio streaming and data transfer.
It really is amazing how far it's come.
It really is incredible when you think about how far we've come. But speaking of incredible technology, let's dive into the world of mobile accessories. There are so many cool gadgets out there that can really enhance your mobile experience.
Oh, I know. It can be totally overwhelming, though, right? Like you walk into an electronics store and it's a wall of stuff. Where do you even begin?
You're telling me. Well, how about we start with something I think everyone is pretty familiar with, touch pens, or styluses, as they're sometimes called.
Styluses. Okay. Yeah, I've definitely gone through my fair share of those, trying to find one that didn't make me look like I was writing with a sausage.
Hmm.
And that didn't leave my screen all smudged.
I hear that. There's definitely a difference between those old school passive styluses, the ones that were basically just an extension of your finger, and the newer active styluses.
So the active ones, those are the ones that are like actually smart.
Exactly. They have
Yeah.
technology in them that makes them way more precise. We're talking pressure sensitivity, tilt support, palm rejection, even programmable buttons. Some of them are really incredible.
Yeah. I've seen artists using those. It's amazing what they can do. The lines they can create, the shading. It's like they're really painting, but on a screen.
It's pretty remarkable. And for anyone who likes to take handwritten notes, that palm rejection is a game changer. No more accidentally registering stray marks from your hand while you're writing.
That is a lifesaver,
Yep.
especially for someone like me whose handwriting can be a little enthusiastic sometimes. Okay, so styluses, check. What other essential accessories should we be thinking about?
Well, we can't forget about headsets. Whether you're all about music, podcasts, audiobooks, or you're on video calls all day, headsets are essential for a good audio experience. And of course, there's the age-old debate, wired versus wireless.
Ooh, yeah. That is the question, isn't it?
Hmm.
I have to say, I'm pretty much team wireless these days. I love the freedom. But I know some people really value the reliability and sound quality of a wired connection.
You're right, there are definitely pros and cons to each. Wired headsets, those are usually connecting through a headphone jack, or these days USB-C or Lightning are becoming more common. But the point is, you don't have to worry about charging them, and they often have really great audio quality, especially for true audiophiles.
No battery anxiety with those, that's for sure. But for me, nothing beats the convenience of being able to wander around without being tethered to my device. And Bluetooth is getting better all the time. The audio quality is catching up quickly.
Oh, absolutely. Bluetooth has come a long way, like we were talking about earlier. The sound quality is way better, the range is better, the battery life is better. It's a good time to be a fan of wireless headphones.
For sure. And let's be real, untangling cords is not how I want to spend my life.
Mhm.
Speaking of wireless wonders, we can't forget about speakers.
Absolutely not. Sometimes you just need to share your music with the world,
Mm,
or at least your household.
right. Or, feel like you're at a concert when you're really just doing dishes.
Exactly. And just like with headsets, Bluetooth is the king when it comes to portable speakers. The convenience of just grabbing a speaker, pairing it with your phone, and having your own little sound system is pretty tough to beat.
Agreed. Now, for those of us who are looking to be super productive, I've always been curious about docking stations. But I'm not going to lie, they kind of intimidate me. Are those just for tech wizards or can regular people use them too?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. Docking stations always make me feel like I should be wearing a pocket protector or something. Are they actually as complicated as they look, though? Not at all. They're actually pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it.
Hmm.
Just think of a docking station, like a central hub for your device. It's especially helpful for those really thin and light laptops that don't have a lot of ports.
Right. Like when you have one of those laptops with maybe two USB-C ports, and suddenly you need to connect to a monitor and an external hard drive and who knows what else all at the same time.
Exactly. Docking stations give you way more connection options, so you can connect to multiple displays if you want. Keyboards, mice, Ethernet, you name it. It's like turning your laptop into a desktop computer, just like that.
Wow, that's really cool. So you get to have the portability of a laptop, but then when you're at your desk, you can have a full desktop setup. What about port replicators? Are those basically the same thing?
They are similar. They're like the little sibling of the docking station.
Hmm.
They give you a few extra ports, USB, HDMI, maybe Ethernet, but they don't usually have all the bells and whistles of a docking station.
Got it. So port replicators are good if you just need a couple extra connections, but you don't need the full-on docking station experience.
Exactly. It really comes down to what you need it for.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap things up, there's one more category of accessories we should touch on. Trackpads and drawing pads.
Oh, right. Those are cool. Those are like the little surfaces you connect to your computer so you can use a stylus on them, right?
Yep. They give you a lot more precision and control than using your laptop's built-in trackpad or even a regular mouse. And drawing pads, those are specifically designed for artists or really anyone who wants to get creative digitally.
I've seen some amazing artwork created on those. It's
Yeah.
incredible what people can do with the right
It's
tools.
pretty mind-blowing. And much like those other accessories we've talked about, you can find both wired and wireless options. So again, it comes down to personal preference.
Wow, I feel like we've learned so much today. We've covered everything from the basics of wired and wireless connections to all the amazing accessories that are out there.
It's been fun.
Mm,
And hopefully now you feel a lot more confident about navigating the world of mobile tech.
absolutely. It's not just about having the shiniest new gadgets, it's about knowing how to actually USE them. And, finding the tools that work best for you. So next time you're staring at that wall of tech accessories, don't panic. Just remember what we talked about today, think about your needs, and don't be afraid to experiment a little. Until next time.